Mets reliever Ottavino really had this to say. What's going on, guys? My name is Randy, and you're watching the All Things Mets channel, where you get your latest Mets media. Everything about the Mets on this channel. Definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. In today's content video, guys, we are going to be talking about the Mets news of Mets reliever Ottavino. Yes, he had some comments to say, with Sean Reed-Foley coming up, Reed Garrett also coming to the bullpen. Ottavino's spot is in jeopardy. And he took the comments to say in the media that the Mets, it would be foolish to let him go because he feels good at the moment. It would be foolish to let him go. A guy that has a 2-2 win-loss record, a 4.35 ERA, hasn't really been good all really much of the season. Ottavino is a guy that right now the Mets are not putting in big-time situations at all. Ottavino is just not what you want in a reliever. Trust it. You don't want to trust this guy. And the Mets don't trust him. The Mets do not trust Ottavino. And the fact that he said these comments saying it would be foolish to let him go, I don't like Ottavino's attitude. I don't like the way, the way he's handling things. There's certain times where Carlos Mendoza had to take him out or wanted to take him out, and first of all, Ottavino called this guy a douchebag one time, and nobody heard it. But you can look at the words and you can look at the wording, and it said, douchebag. So he was like douchebag. So, and then this guy, every time you take him out, he just looks like he's surprised. He looks like he shouldn't be taken out. And are you kidding me? You're at a state of your career right now where you're not that good. Ottavino, you're not that good. You're 2-2. You're 4.35 ERA. The last 7 games that you have pitched have been good. You have a 1.69 in the last 7 games you've pitched. But that's the only reason is because the Mets are not putting you in big time situations. So the fact that the Ottavino is going to the media and saying it will be foolish for the Mets to let him go, the Mets will be smart to let him go because Ottavino has not been good. You can't trust this guy in big-time situations, and there's a reason why he's not in the circle of trust anymore like he used to be, a year ago. So this guy is not that good. He's getting older, and his pitches are still okay, but can you trust this guy in a big-time situation, in an 8th inning situation, in a 7th inning situation, in a closing situation? The Mets clearly don't. The Mets do not trust this guy in those big time situations, and that's why they would rather go to a guy like Jose Butto, a guy like Edwin Diaz, a guy like Ryan Stanek, a guy like Phil Maton. These guys, the Mets have a better bullpen now. They have more options. It's not like how it used to be when the beginning of the season. So the fact that he's saying, it would be foolish to let him go, the Mets will be smart to let him go. The Mets will be smart because you got Reed Garrett, who's been pretty good most of the season. And then you got Sean Reed-Foley, who, has been okay. But I think Reed Garrett is going to be a big-time addition to this bullpen when he comes back. And you got Sean Reed-Foley on his way back as well. When it comes to the Mets roster crunch, Ottavino's probably going to be the man left out. And he knows this. That's why he's going to the media and saying, it would be foolish to let him go. The Mets will be smart to let him go. He's not that good. And the only reason he's been good for the last 7 games is because the Mets haven't put him in big-time situations. So if I'm Ottavino, man, I'm not even saying much. Like, come on. So I don't like his comments. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way, he's disrespected Carlos Mendoza at times. And I feel personally he should have been DFA'd. I feel this guy is not that good anymore. And he's just not the Ottavino of old. So we'll see at the end of the day what the Mets do with Ottavino, what they do with the Mets roster crunch coming up. But I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he's disrespected the manager, and that's something that you can't really come back from. So I'm surprised that he's still on the roster right now. And with the Mets, all these bullpen additions coming, I don't see this guy being on the roster anymore. So we will see what happens, but hopefully Reed Garrett will take this guy's spot and he will get DFA'd because he hasn't been that good. He hasn't. And the Mets don't trust him, so it just makes sense. Let me know what you guys think about Ottavino. What do you guys think about the news? What do you guys think about the guys coming back, Reed Garrett, Sean Reed Foley? Let me know. You guys are awesome. Have a good one. I love GM for life, guys.